Hey, we are back. Act 3 of 2 for the Money. What up, what up?
Yes, we are. Hey, guys.
We the most lit. Last time on Silver Screen Motherfucking Breakdown.
Our man John Anthony, he has made the transition. He's in full swag mode right now. They go down to Puerto Rico. They get the big time buyer on the line there, or on the big time fish on the reel, whatever analogy you want to use. And he goes 12 for 12, just absolutely killing it. But a week after that, actually really a couple days after that, after Walter kind of did not give him the 10% that he wanted, now everything's changed.
Realize he's a real small fish in a smaller pond.
He's getting treated like an employee. He wants to make money like an owner. He realized he's not an owner.
You ain't putting in no work, kid.
Oh man, and this is the downward spiral.
You ain't put in your time, kid.
This is the downward spiral of John Anthony, and it starts with him making his picks for whatever week they're in on Tuesday, way too early to be making picks. And yeah, I mean, he has a very, very bad week. I think he was 3 out of 14 or something. And then Walter's talking shit. You know, you go 3 for 14, right? You make your picks on Tuesday because it rained over here and rained over here. And he's like, you're a handicapper, not a psychic.
For real. What happened there? You know what's crazy? Like, it's you can't like really that can just that kind of crash. That was
really bad.
It was deliberate, and it makes me mad.
See, that's what's crazy is because it's deliberate why he did that.
But you think he really even bought into that he was that dude.
Yeah, and really it was like momentum is a real thing for Brandon. Like, you know, not John Anthony, because Brandon's doing the picking. John Anthony's just doing the selling. This was like everything is based off of momentum, and this was a real gut punch for him going 3 out of 14 or whatever. And
he lost a lot of people a lot of money.
Hell yeah, and he never recovered like from this. It's crazy because, I mean, in real life he definitely recovered because Tino he sent the link. It was literally brandonlang.com and he gives you a 2-day free trial, but 1 day of action $99, 7 days of action $450, 30 days of action $1,000. You want to sign up for his picks? $1,000
for his picks.
One, it's not just him. He's got 1, 2.
He got a squadron.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it looks like they got 16 experts on their panel. So pretty much he did. Who knows if he's even picking anymore?
I mean, if he does, it's $1,000. 1,000 smackers.
But see, like that shit's wild, right? One day worth of picks, they're worth at least $99 from that. Month-long worth of picks, $1,000. Well, why charge a fee up front?
He went right back to doing his thing.
Because seeing, like, I mean, charging the fee up front, you know, it's really the getting the money afterwards, the 5% or 10%. Like, I mean, nobody wants to give up that. Like, that's the part where, like, I don't know why I mean, the sports advisor
5% was incredibly generous.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Of that big deal.
Yeah, for sure. Man, the next thing that we get, so after they make Al Pacino, you're gonna watch every last one of these games, forces them to watch the games because they all sucked and all of his picks are wrong. And then the dude from Puerto Rico, he pays him a real quick visit because, like, probably what happened, he may have like bet the $1 million a game or whatever. You know, he's betting that across the board. He won however much he won.
He might have went even heavier on this time.
That's just what I was gonna say. He for sure went heavier because now he's
well, I remember when he sent the goons in,
yeah. I mean, shit. Someone goes 12 for 12. You're not going to bet him a little heavier the next week.
No, we're not.
Like, of course, he bet him heavier, and then And then, yeah, it was like 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks worth of bad pics or something. And then he goes and pays his ass a visit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, motherfucker loses me like $30,000. I'm going to learn a little bit about him. And he's like, yeah, I went to see your mom in Vegas. She dealt me 3 blackjacks. And so it's like his pull and the amount of money that he has, he can figure out whatever the hell he wants. I mean, they figured out where he was fucking jogging in the park. Who knows how long he was being tailed for by goons to figure out his schedule or whatever.
Yeah, and even more, they want to see his process. You know what I mean? Just also at this point, after he started losing big for them, yeah, of course, they got a whole fucking, they got about 24 hours surveil, man.
Nelson, what do you think when they were in the park? He pulled out the gun first, but then he spared his life. But then he pulled out his dick.
He pissed on
him. If someone lost 30 million,
Mm-hmm.
is he justified to do that? Or like?
I mean, it's like
I thought it was a little easy on him.
It's a power move.
30 million.
It's like, hey, look, I pee on you, motherfucker. You're a peon. Just remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a pretty intense scene. I thought it was going to end up worse.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to end up a little
watching
worse.
the real life story.
How many zeros is that? 7 zeros?
Yeah.
27 zeros?
Yeah, for sure.
In the real life story, he's like, well, he didn't actually pee on me, but I might have blew him, bro, in the tree.
I might have blew him, is that what he said?
See, one of the people that Cat Williams was
holy motherfucker.
See, one of the people Cat Williams was exposing.
Right? Cat Williams going off now.
Hey, Cat Williams is going off. He was like,
he's right though.
Yeah,
I think he's right.
He's not playing. I mean, he's really. You hear all. I mean, you're in that world, and I'm in the acting space for a career, right? And so I'm sure you've heard like the countless stories of all the crazy. You know what I mean?
I've heard the countless stories, but I'm privy to your basic life of that.
I have like 10 years of podcasts on. I have like 10 plus years of podcasts under my belt, like listening and watching. Like I've heard a bazillion of those stories. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's usually circled around only like the couple of, you know what I mean? Like, right now they're trying to get Vin Diesel, or we're not even trying, like Vin Diesel's about to get got. Vin Diesel's another one, he's next.
Oh, with
just like the essays, you know?
Yeah, with the essay,
yeah.
I mean, shit, like, I don't know, like, we always knew that there was fucking going on to get parts in Hollywood and all that kind of stuff, and like people abusing their power, all that type of shit. So, like, I don't know, it's only a matter of time before shit was gonna hit the fan. And
I mean, because a matter of time based on how everything is exposed through social media nowadays.
Yeah,
you can't hide from things.
Yeah,
nearly as much as you could. So they I heard about.
And then people like flexing their power,
like
if they people that were afraid to speak up before. Now it's like you know what I mean. Social media does give you a platform, and it'll be unfortunately there'll be countless others that have been through same situation, or even be able to like people that have the same situation with a specific person. Like in this case, with like all the stuff that's coming up with Diddy or like now Vin Diesel or like I mean, listen, man, essay and rape and all that shit. That shit's all terrible. You know what I mean? Boom, hands down. You know what I'm saying?
Tino said, I think it's funny that people think it's only happening in Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like the people who are like, oh, yeah, there's no racism in America today. Like, not in 2023.
They live in a place that I'm not allowed to go, so I wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Well, that makes a lot of sense, right?
I'm like, they usually live in a place where I just, but like, not that I'm not allowed to go there, but I wouldn't be feel comfortable with those places that they say it's not racist.
You wouldn't be, there's no racism anymore. I can't go there. But there's no racism.
It's like, you know where it's not racist? Yeah, where I can't go. Comfortably.
For sure.
Wouldn't want my kids to like, yeah.
Everything is going so downhill now for John Anthony and really for Brandon, because John Anthony just seems like he's dead. Like, because John Anthony is like the salesman whose shit doesn't stink. He's got the crystal ball. Like, he definitely doesn't have a crystal ball like anymore. And Al Pacino says, all right, I'm gonna bump you. That's gonna make you do better, and I'll bump you to 10%. So it's crazy because it takes him being giving a shitty performance to like get a pay bump.
I mean, it goes back to what he said in the AA, right? or the Gamblers Anonymous, whatever. He just is like, hey, it's we do this to lose subconsciously. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he has to double down on him, right? He's like a protege.
Yeah,
he's doubling down on it. And Toni, like, she knows that it's all bad. Like, she's telling him, like, Brandon, you got to leave. And like, but Walter's not gonna let him leave though. Like, either. Like, I mean, what's he supposed to do? Just leave in the fucking middle of the night or something and like sneak away? Like, that's what Toni's making it seem. And she's the one who's like the judge of character. And she knows that Walter's just making bad decisions somehow. I don't know what bad decisions he's making because they're not showing anything happening right now. But we do figure out though, John Anthony or Brandon walks in on Al Pacino when he's getting some money. And he's like just super like, what's going on? It's a big pot of cash, that's there. And then he has to tell him, yeah, I started gambling. He was like, I started right after you went 12 for 12.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I rode you into the fucking toilet. That's what's crazy. It took him to relapse was one of his pickers who picked perfect. That's what it took him to relapse.
Man. And then going back to what he said again, and you find yourself in that same nightmare. Damn.
It's wild.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy is like you can even see it like on his face when he's like, because he didn't want to say it. Like he did, but then he's like finally broke it down. I'm gambling again. He's so fucking like almost embarrassed to say it. Like he couldn't even like say the words.
Because he did the next best thing is to make a business off the people. Like it's like it's like it's sad. It's like the drug dealer that used to be hooked, but then he was like, hey, as long as I'm not on this shit, I'm gonna be a kingpin. You know what I mean?
Right. People are gonna do this anyway.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then he just went right because now it just makes you one of the peons too, though. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden he was just no better than the motherfuckers that's going to the meetings and shit. You know what I mean?
And it was probably something to clear his dirty conscience of like, this is why he doesn't charge up front. Because if they lose, they just lose anyways. But it's them pushing them to bet more. That's what he said.
Yeah. And like, even if it is a sales pitch, like, but we gotta win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's also because it is the integral aspect of it. Like, okay, this is how we're gonna get the money. We gotta hit for them for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But go ahead, continue.
And it is not. I mean, shit. It like one of the first things that he gets is that dude Amir.
Oh, this is like.
Yeah, he's like, I lost my house, my wife left me, I lost my car, like
I was gonna get married next month.
Everything.
Amir was not happy.
Yeah, Amir, he's like, oh, now you don't have anything to say. Oh, now you don't have anything to say. Now I don't have any more money. Squeeze out to me.
Yeah,
it's hot, man.
It sucks.
I felt for the dude. I was like, poor schmuck.
It sucks, man. It really sucks. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. And I guess that's why Walter, why they didn't charge. Well, they didn't charge anything up front, but John Anthony did. Why? You better wire me 50,000 so you get back in my good graces or whatever, when he did make him do that. But now it's down to like playoff time. And man, it's crazy because everything's concentrated now to just a couple games. And so there's not a lot of picks to make. The picks are probably the hardest to make when you're talking about like the just the spread on who's going to win, because most of these games are pick'ems when it gets down there. So it is very, very hard to pick just the outright winners and losers, and he's picking like the exact opposite. He's picking the opposite. Like even Walter, after this week that he did so bad, he's like, what we're gonna do? You're gonna make your picks, and we're gonna go opposite. Whatever you pick, we're just gonna pick the opposite.
Oh man, so like,
because he can't pick to save his life now, and it's concentrated, so there's not a lot of games to choose from to pick in the football world at this time.
What's crazy is like, man, when you do things in routine and in succession. Just like that guy with the algorithm, right? I mean, it's always going to get the same results. It's almost like a gift and a curse that he like unleashed this fucking persona, John Anthony or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He was able to get ballsy and then hit the hundo percent. You know what I'm saying? But like it got him all the way far away from what he was and how he had his success from how he was doing his things with his process. And you know what I mean?
Yep. And it's so far from it right now that like they're about to like hit this parlay. It's like I forget who it was. It's like New York in the under or something like that. I forget exactly what it is. And there's like 2 seconds left. It's this crazy Hail Mary and this tip pass and all this shit for a fluky ass touchdown to make sure that they lose the bets that they've been given.
And the Monday night parlay was he was hitting like however many Mondays in a row. Remember, he's like, I hit 3 Mondays in a row.
Yeah.
They're not no more.
And then he tells them, I quit, Walter. Like, I quit. It's the conference finals week, and he's just done. Like, he can't pick anything to, like, save his life at this point. I think, and then Walter, he still has the feeling about, what's his name? About Brandon and Toni, that they want to fuck, that there's all the sexual tension. Who the fuck knows? And so he plays like a trick, like on her, and says that he's going out of town for a day or two. And Brandon, they have dinner or whatever. And I mean, they kind of like, that there's something up because the way Toni says we got to do something, and they go to dinner. And then you see as they're going inside the house, that Walter's like just like spying on him from like a bridge or something.
He's somewhere in the cuts, dude. He's all full creepy right now.
I was surprised to see him.
He's all full creepy right now. Damn, Al. What does it come to, Al?
Vegas or whatever.
Yeah. And then just creeping. And like they kiss like outside the door. And it's crazy because the first time I saw this movie, that's where it cut off. We didn't see anything past that. And then the next time I watched it, I got to watch the whole thing. I was wondering what the fuck happened. And it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas. No, it's not Christmas. I think it's their anniversary or something. Because it's got to be January because it's a conference finals or whatever, conference championships. And they're doing some show, and then he's recording, like doing some family video recording. And Walter's just making a whole bunch of comments, making it real awkward. And that's kind of like the beginning of what we see here. It doesn't come up until later that he knows that they had sex. And John Anthony when he takes off, because I mean all that's happening within this span is pretty much the end of the movie here, and he thinks that they had sex, and Al Pacino, and then he's hella pissed, but then he's like okay with them like leaving, like because of it, and so he lets them actually get on the plane and like everything, and Walter's calling her out on it, Toni, when they're at home. And I know you did. I know you slept with them because I saw you guys and you kissed and all that. And then she like breaks it all down to him that we had to do that because it'd be the only way that you would be okay with Brandon leaving.
Wow.
So they faked it. They didn't have sex. Yeah. They kissed because they knew he was watching.
Mm-hmm. See, they knew, but he didn't know that they knew. And why did he? Why did he? I didn't get why he left. Why he lied that he went to Vegas?
Because it was a test. It was to test and see if they would have sex, if they would fuck. Because there was all the sexual tension.
Fake double cross.
Yeah,
the good old fake double cross. But because she was trying to push him up out of there for a minute. Remember, she was like, "You should leave." Like, you know what I mean? And this
is like you're bad for business for him because he. Mm-hmm. Whatever he thought about Brandon's a sinking ship, and she knew, I don't know, like what he was doing to make her like think that, but then we find out he's taking the money and he's betting and all this shit, and it's everything about him, everything that he's doing and picking.
He went right back. It was ultimately she was looking out for her man's, bro, because
maybe she knew he relapsed.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is because he saw this immediate, like younger, better version of him. You know what I mean? or at least like something that he thought he could mold into.
Totally, you totally see that. Yeah,
he probably thought he could mold him into this next like me, like because I'm the greatest, and you got to feel it for my talons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a motherfucker. He probably thought he saw it in him. You know what I mean? And like he might have had it too.
What do you think, Nelson, of just the whole scene? I mean, they're going like back and forth from Al Pacino and Rene Russo. They're going back from that scene to like the football scene and everything. And what do you think of Al Pacino's acting during that? You remember that scene at all?
Which one specifically?
So
when he told like the kid to go inside or something, right?
Yeah, it was when he's pretty much calling her out for having sex with Brandon. And I mean, it's not a huge monologue. I mean, they're playing off of each other. I don't even know what that's called when it's like just a one-on-one scene.
I would call that an argument.
Oh yeah, that whole scene was really good. Yeah, where he pretty much breaks down and then they hug near the end there.
Yeah,
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was a good scene. That was a good heartfelt scene.
That seems like a scene that Rene
was believable. It wasn't over the top for
she's one of the writers
given for the whole relationship that they had. What's that?
I think Rene is actually one of the writers on she co-wrote it with her husband.
That's cool.
Like whoever pitched
I've never really seen her act. I've heard of her, but I've never seen her act.
She was like in Get Shorty. That's the only other one I can think of off the top of my head.
I remember Get Shorty, but I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that's so long ago. I am. Shit.
Because there was some shades of Any Given Sunday in there. Al Pacino being the coach and getting real loud, getting real animated, and then when she drops the bomb on him, that they played him and it was all fake. And it was because it's the only way that we knew that you'd let him leave. It's like, man, he was like almost defeated at that point because it was like this was supposed to be his whole master plan that he was doing.
Right. Double cross.
The show still goes on, and now it's gonna be like, yo, where's the Wiz kid? Like, oh, we killed him. You know what I mean? Like, although they can continue the John Anthony mantle.
Right
now, it's another guy. I'm the new John Anthony.
Well, that was good. You know, that was a good scene in the end with them two, with the whole fight and the old resolve at the same time.
Yeah,
because actually, you kind of felt for them, and it was believable.
Yeah,
so it wasn't too over the top. That it was just kind of like a bullshit scene.
I mean, it's a
yeah.
It's also like I think he knows there's a level of guilt for bringing this kid and totally corrupting the fuck out of this kid. You know what I mean?
For sure. And it didn't turn out how he wanted it to turn out, like for anybody, like any part of this.
Yeah. But his little girl was happy. She was always happy.
For sure. And that was real nice. She's like on her knees and she's like pleading with them and everything. And it's like just trying to understand, like, just let him fucking go already.
Yeah.
Let him fucking go. And then he gets down on his knees and then they hug. And it's like that happens as the, I forget what it was, if that New York or whoever the fuck they're portraying, because they don't have NFL names. They just use the state names.
You got a touchdown?
The coach, fucking scores the touchdown, and they finally hit.
Yeah, and he's gone. He's like, no, can pull the plane around.
Well, no, he sees it. He's watching it in the airport as he's waiting for the plane, and then he sees it happen. It's like the huge smile, and it's like a weight lifted off of his shoulder. And because they pretty much said if he loses this, if they don't win this week, the business is done. There's no money left. They said it's done. And it's like the last game of the NFL season as well. So I know they have other sports going, but they're going to lose a whole bunch of credibility.
And they hit, bro. You know what I mean?
He smiles.
Yeah, they hit big, man. And that was it. It kind of ended quickly after that.
Yep. They have they just show the little scene of him like coaching the kids or whatever. I'm assuming he goes back to Vegas.
Yep.
And he doesn't have any kids, so now he's just coaching the kids, and that's it. They're
that's pretty cool too. That they finished it out like that too, because you know what I mean.
What did the kid ask him at the end? He was wearing the jersey 12. Can't remember.
You know what? That's a good question.
He asked him a question, I think.
He said, "Who do you like this week?"
I don't know. Did he say that? I don't know.
No, I don't remember what the kid said. Bro, I got hella kids running around while watching this movie. I can't. Then it's funny because I got Hulu Premium, but I still have to watch the ads. I was like, I'll be fucking damn. What the fuck? Is it because it's the free shit? I don't know. I'm like, I have Hulu Premium. What's going on here?
So Alex has to watch something good.
Yeah.
You have to watch Jen's film coming up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bogey watched it already. He got under his belt.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it a few more times.
Okay, I just rewound it so I could see. He was like, "Coach, you think we're gonna win the game?" And he was like, "I'd bet on it."
He probably did.
Is that what he said?
Yep. Because he's not a betting man. He's not a betting man. He said because he bet real big one time and he lost it all.
Yeah, that was his whole story.
Mm-hmm. All right, we made it all the way to the end. So Nelson, we'll get your rating first. He said, "Get ready." Nelson's throwing curveballs at the ratings today. So
throwing curveballs. How about throwing touchdowns? Don't throw touchdowns, man.
Yeah. So the way that we do the rating, and it's just an analogy, but if you love the movie, you're gonna say that you'd own it or you'd buy it. That's just like top tier. You think the movie is a 5-star, whatever. It's a good movie.
That's a 4-star, right?
5-day rental means you like it, really like it. 2-day rental means it's all right, kind of like it. Same day rental means, just bottom of the barrel. You would not even have that movie in your possession. Probably make fun of it every time it's ever mentioned.
You piss on it. That's a 1-day rental. You just piss on it because you pissed away your money. You pissed away your time.
Piss
on
it.
Ready, Bogey?
Let's go.
This is the first, guys. This is a first rating from me. A new rating you've never heard from my mouth before.
Oh man,
I'm owning this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh. Who recommended this one? Who's getting the credit for this recommendation? It was an amazing.
I've never seen this one until today, and I saw it twice.
Okay, Alex, your suggestion?
Oh yeah, and this is one that I owned. It's so funny. I got the movie right here. I don't know if you kids remember Blockbuster Video, but this was one that was like a 99-cent. It was a 99-cent 3-day rental back in the day, and I'm pretty sure I bought this movie for like $1 or $2, and well worth it.
You know what? You know what we should do? We should try to recommend movies where we can get.
For those that don't know, during those.
Hold on, Bogey. What were you saying, Nelson?
I said we should challenge each other to pick movies to get. Either one of you two, or okay, you pick this movie. You try to convince us to own it. So you won. Okay. This is the first time you won. But all the ones were duds. Mine were the ones I selected were duds.
I got one in the holster that
you get one to own it. Then boom. So right now you're winning, man. You got 1 point up on me because you got.
I like this competition.
All right.
So season 3. All right, so season 3, that's going to be something new that we're trying to do. We're trying whatever movie we're trying to bring, whoever suggests it. We're trying to get the other.
I got one in the holster, bro.
Yeah, we got to get an ownership. We got to get ownership, then you win. So Alex, Alex got the W this week.
I like it. This is a good movie. This one's super underrated. I know a lot of people haven't even heard about this movie, and to have Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey in like the 2000s,
and that's how you sold me on it too, because you've been telling me about this movie since we've been doing this whole series. like you never seen that. Like I didn't even know they had done a movie together because I fuck with Matthew McConaughey heavy, bro. I mean, shit, Time to Kill, like he was like killing it in that shit, bro. Like from then on, I was like, oh man, he can never do no wrong. Yeah, he was the lawyer.
Wasn't that Kiefer Sutherland?
Nah, bro, he was the lawyer.
Yeah, Time to Kill. Was it Samuel Jackson, Kiefer Sutherland?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if Kiefer was in there, then I'm not remembering him because McConaughey was just a knockout fucking lawyer, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a lawyer. That's right.
The man in there. Him and Sandra Bullock was like his assistant.
Because Kiefer was the KKK guy with
There you go. See that?
Yeah. He was a lawyer. I forgot about that. I saw that in the theater.
Yeah, and then obviously Al Pacino wanted to go. So like, I'm definitely owning this one because I wasn't even aware of this one until like you've been telling me about it. So I knew I would watch it eventually because we were gonna. You always said we're gonna do that one day. I'm like, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean?
Especially right now, going into the NFL playoffs next week. This is a perfect time. A lot of sports betting is going on. And yeah, this is in 2005. And now I don't even know. Let's see how many states sports betting is legal in. Back in this movie, they said sports betting is legal in one state, and that was just Nevada. at the time.
Mhm.
Let's see.
You know what's crazy? I got one though.
38 states right now.
I know, and
For
stupid
what?
California voted against it last year.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
No, what's that? 38 states for what?
So when this movie was
Gambling.
made in 2005, Al Pacino was given a speech. Sports betting is only legal in one state, but everybody bets in all of these states, even though it's not legal. You know, so there's still a big service for people who are going to be placing bets. And now in 2023, 38 states are legal.
Yeah, even
the DraftKings on the stock market. The DraftKings is a big stock.
Yeah, I mean before DraftKings, I think the initial
and that's not even DraftKings isn't included in this because it's not sports betting; it's daily it's a fantasy sports. A little bit different. That's only available legal in 20 states right now.
You know what's crazy though, bro? Is I think Canada. I think it was in like Toronto. Like I want to say it was DraftKings
first.
Yeah, DraftKings was like, and it was some Cali kids that were involved in it, I think, or someone from America, but they knew that they had to operate out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because goddamn,
Canada's like the front runner in certain things, like marijuana, sports betting. Kind of,
because it's like the crime overall, I would say because the crime isn't due to a lot of that, like even with like gun violence and stuff. But they run a tight ship over there. A lot of their shit is concentrated. I've heard like when it comes to like crime and stuff like that. But like gambling, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, just the numbers will show like a lot of the gamblers over there. They have jobs and they do regular shit. It's not like like in America where it's like, you know what I mean. You see the statistics show up because I thought their whole goddamn lives away. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But yeah, I got one. I got one to challenge for the ownership points.
So we're not going to be doing a show tomorrow.
Alex is out of the gates in 2024 strong with the strong ownership. What did you rate this, Bogey?
He said he owned it.
Oh, you got 2 stars, man. You got 2 ownerships.
Oh, that's how we're doing it? Okay, yeah, look at that. You got 2 on the board.
Yeah,
I got one, bro. I got one, though. I'm going to nominate the next one, bro.
Hey, you don't be front, man. Don't be front.
I'm going to nominate Denzel Washington.
Don't be doing that.
Hey, listen, we're watching Fallen, bro. We're watching Fallen, bro.
If I deserve an ownership, don't give me a 3. Don't be pulling this 5-day rental bullshit. Brother up.
This one's going to fuck with you. I know you're going to like this one. I feel it, bro. That's why I'm and Huss, I've been trying to get him to watch this one forever. But it's Denzel Washington, and it's The Fallen. What's his name? Al Bundy's in that shit too. What's his name?
So we're gonna figure out when we're gonna do. That's not gonna be for a few weeks so we're not doing a show next week. We're taking the week off.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, that's when we're gonna be doing. What's the movie called, Nelson? Is that when we're doing it? The 19th?
Yeah. Something good coming. Something good coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
I might get a star for
then the following week after that one.
You guys are gonna hand out no stars easily. I know you too. You're gonna do a lot of 5 day. Give me that. Get away from that 5-day bullshit. I can see it coming down the pipe already.
Hey, this is the Nelly nomination too, so he's gonna rack. He's looking to rack up some big points here. Yeah, I mean, but see, and then the following week after that, we're doing the following.
Yeah, so that'll be January 26th. It'll be at the end of the month.
Okay, let's go.
For what, Bogey?
Yeah, for Fallen.
Yeah,
okay, Fallen. Ooh, Fallen's gonna be a tough
one. And
okay,
then,
I'll just rack up 3 Denzel movies there.
I'm just saying.
And then Nelson, you can have. So I get we'll just we'll round robin this. We'll just keep going. So Nelson, you get to pick the next one.
We'll get Peacock in the mix too eventually whenever he comes back too. But yeah, I like this. This
all right,
one.
Peacock's got some diamonds. We'll see if he does all right under the pressure. If he can pull off diamonds under pressure.
There you go. Unless you're counting the one that we're doing in 2 weeks, unless we're counting that one as yours.
I kind of have to because I'm taking up that space. So it's a long shot because it's an indie. It's a long shot, but got to count it.
So then I'll figure out what we're gonna do after that one, and then we'll just keep going in order. So we'll try to get a couple movies. We'll try to get a couple movies under our belt here, so we know it's coming up for maybe a month or 2. All right. Wes. What'd Wes say? He said, "I know it's tragic, but I gotta ask: Diggs or D-Hop?" And he said Zamir White and the Flex or DJ Moore.
Diggs.
Yeah, I'm going Diggs, man. They're actually playing for something. Titans, they're playing for playing spoiler, but that's about it.
They are playing the Jags.
Yeah.
But the Jags are playing their life right now.
Yeah.
And
He said, or Zamir White. Okay. I mean, we know Josh Jacobs isn't playing. Zamir White might be real solid.
Who's the Raiders playing?
I don't even know.
What's that? DJ Moore and Diggs over Diggs. What's that? Is that football?
Oh, he's got fantasy football stuff.
Oh, you playing DJ Moore?
Oh,
I mean, unless like come out.
Gilbo. Hey, this guy French. Gilbo. Gilbo.
And but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, Wes. Yeah, and go get over in the 420 crew. Because you can ask questions over there whenever you want, whether we're live or not. 420crew.org. Go jump in. All right. And for this one, I mean, for me, yeah, for sure. This one's own for me. Yeah, it was crazy. I saw this long ass time ago. And like I said, when I saw it, it got cut off to where I didn't get to see the last part of it for like a while. And that was kind of lame. But yeah, I mean, everything just about this, just right up my alley. And funny that this guy, Brandon Lang, still exists in the bettors world. And now he has a whole business.
For 1,000 smackers. You can, this is not a sponsor of the show, but you can actually go to brandonlang.com. For 1,000 smackers, you can get his picks.
All right, so we're gonna get up out of here. Make sure to go subscribe to the audio version, the audio podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on Amazon, literally everywhere that you get your podcasts, and subscribe on Twitch and on YouTube as well, the Silver Screen Breakdowns. And if you would like to be a sponsor of the show, go to ssbcrew.com. Go sign up. Go join our Patreon community. There's even a tier on there so you can get access to Bogey's new tracks before they hit social media and the streets.
Bogey's new tracks, yes.
So go get signed up, and we will shout you out at the end of every show as a sponsor of the show.
Word.
Oh, yeah, Nelson Ties. You can find me. Where can you find me? You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. Okay, I was in Paid in Full. Check that out. You can see that on Prime Video right now, actually. Used to be on Netflix for the longest time. Played Wedge, if you want to. I'm in 5 scenes. I counted on my head yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I did some TV shows and stuff like that back in the early 2000s. And then now I'm working on a film. Oh, yeah, I even mentioned the film I'm working on now, Tales, California. That's in the Internet Movie Database right now. Nice. And then, so we've wrapped that up next week, shooting in the desert over by Palm Springs somewhere, past Palm Springs.
Nice.
We're doing that. And then I got some music. I'm working on copyright some music too, Bogey. And now let's go. I'm doing that. Yeah. But I'm not out there yet. But I'm working on my first documentary, scoring this first documentary. It's an episodic. Then I already got the little trailer out for it with my music behind it, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And you can find my food and Nelson's Living Gourmet in stores near you in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Go support your
man. Yeah. It's a bag, Nelly. It's a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you already know you can check me out. Just search Bogard Scott Free anywhere you consume your music on all streaming platforms. Dropping new joints all day, every day. Universe, give me money.
We will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yep. Sounds good, folks.
Peace out, everybody.
Later.
Peace out. Picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.